It's USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. We usually take a look at this week's news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport, but this week, a bit of a departure. It's our final report of the year, and we'll take a look back at the most memorable moments, the most memorable stories of the last 12 months. 2012 saw many exciting things happening in our sports, so together, what do you say? Let's enjoy the incredible highlights of this fantastic year. All eyes focused on London, England. That's where we start the 2012 Summer Olympic Games. For 8 days in August, we were there to bring you the Olympic-level action from the mats at the beautiful Excel Center. Team USA came home with 4 Olympic medals, including 2 memorable gold medal performances in men's freestyle. We'll start at 163 pounds. The star there, Jordan Burroughs, a 2011 world champion. He entered the games as a favorite for gold. He took the Olympic challenge head-on, even predicting he'd win the title. Well, the realization of his dream occurred August 10th. Burroughs opened with a dominant win over Puerto Rico's Francisco Soler. Next, it was Canada's Matt Gentry, an NCAA champ from Stanford, who stood in his way. No worries, though. He won that one by a 2-1, 1-1 margin. Enter two-time world champion Denis Sargush of Russia. The match would end up being one of the best bouts of the week. In the semifinals, Burroughs won the first period, but Sargush came back to win period 2, 2-0. The score tied. They went to the third, an exciting period. Burroughs scored a sweet double-leg takedown with just 31 seconds left and won 2-1. In the finals, the man from Lincoln faced two-time world silver medalist Sadek Gadzari of Iran. Burroughs scored takedowns late in both periods for a 1-0, 1-0 victory. And carrying an American flag, Burroughs climbed into the stands to celebrate with family, friends, and USA fans.
And I wanted to get the ball rolling. You know, last year the World Championships, I was the last day. This year I knew I was the first day, and I expected myself to win. Everyone expected me to win. So this shows everyone that they're capable of winning. You know, we always put Russians and Iranians on a pedestal, but we want to restore the order back as Americans being the best team in the world. And I think I've proven that it's possible, and hopefully the rest of the guys will follow suit.
America seized its second Olympic gold medal on the last day of the entire Olympic Games, August 12th. Mark it on the calendar. America's 2011 world bronze medalist Jake Varner put it all together to finish with a flourish. With 2004 Olympic champion Cale Sanderson in his corner, Varner got stronger as the day went on. He opened with a hard-fought 1-0-0-1-1-0 win over Uzbekistan's world bronze medalist Kurban Kurbanov. In the quarterfinals, Varner scored on 2 takedowns to stop Canada's Kiteg Pliev 1-0-1-0. Next, the semifinals. It was there that Varner would meet and face Georgia's 2008 Olympic bronze medalist and 2001 world champ Georgi Gotchalidze. Early in the third period, Varner scored on a push-out for a 0-2, 1-0, 1-0 win. Valery Edritsev of Ukraine was a surprise finalist. He provided little challenge for the talented Varner, who beat the Ukrainian 1-0, 1-0 for his Olympic gold medal.
You know, just going out there and sticking to your plan. You know, a lot of things can happen in the Olympics. You know, a lot of crazy matches happened earlier, and just going out there and sticking to my match. You know, I had a game plan, went out there and stuck to it, and scored my points and did what I needed to do.
Well, America's first Olympic medal came August 8th. We go back. 2008 world champion Clarissa Chun hit the mat at 105 pounds. She was competing in her second Olympic Games, having placed 5th in Beijing. Chun opened strong with a 5-0, 1-0 victory over China's 2-time world bronze medalist Shasha Zhu. Chun lost to world champion Maria Standik of Ukraine 0-2, 0-3 in the next round. When the Ukrainian reached the finals, Chun was pulled back into the repechage. Making a statement in her first wrestleback, Chun launched Poland's world bronze medalist Iwona Mackowska for a clutch second-period pin. Then old rivals met again in the bronze medal round. Ukraine's 2004 Olympic champion Irina Merlini was waiting for Chun. It was Merlini who beat Chun for the 2008 Olympic bronze in Beijing. Chun took the first period when she hit a double-leg takedown with just 3 seconds left. She then nailed a huge 3-point arm throw in the second period to win that one 3-0 and take the bronze.
You know, tough tournament, you know, Olympics.
Yeah.
Not the color I wanted, but I'm happy, you know. I'm happy that I finished strong and, you know, didn't fall under, like, not believing in myself. It's there for everyone.
Another American bronze medal came on August 11th from Coleman Scott, 132-pounder, formerly of Oklahoma State. Scott was competing on his first U.S. senior world level team and took advantage of his opportunity. He opened with a strong 3-0, 3-0 victory over Korean Seung-Chul Lee and followed with a quarterfinals victory, scoring an impressive second period fall over Mikhail Zerkua of Georgia. Now in the semifinals, Scott lost a close battle to Azerbaijan's world silver medalist Togrul Asgarov 0-1, 0-4, but he didn't stop there. Scott drew Japan's 2008 Olympic medalist Kenichi Yamamoto in the bronze medal round. After losing the first period 1-0, Scott regrouped. He rallied to claim the last two periods 3-0, 3-1, and he won his Olympic bronze medal.
You just said it. Finished it off with a victory. You know, I guess it's better than going home empty-handed, and it wasn't the medal I wanted, but, you know, it is what it is. I got to build off of it.
Well, a month after the London Games, FILA hosted the Women's World Championships. Unlike the Olympic Games that feature only 4 women's weights, all 7 weight classes were contested. Team USA was an experienced and motivated squad competing at the Worlds in Sherwood Park, Canada. In the end, the U.S. had 2 new world champions. First to win a title for the U.S. was Adeline Gray at 147 pounds. She moved up the podium this year after winning a bronze at the 2011 World Meet. Gray opened with a shutout win over Bulgaria's Dusanin Manlova, and in the second round she beat Japan's 2011 world bronze medalist Yoshiko Inoue. She pinned India's Koral Navjot in the first period of her semifinals bout. In the championship finals, well, this is where it all came together. Canadian Dorothy Yates would stand in her way. Gray turned the 2012 Junior World Champion to her back for a fall late in the second period to win the world gold medal.
You know, today started off a little bit slow, but I got the job done, and the finals match was just everything I wanted it to be. You know, I went out there and executed what I needed to execute, and it's moves that I've been practicing, some new moves, and it's some moves that I've been doing for the last 10 years. So it's exciting to have all that come together and really show what a complete wrestler I've become.
Adeline Gray was not alone. 2008 Olympian Elena Peroskova would also rise to meet her. She had a great performance at 138 pounds. The 2010 world silver medalist was able to put it all together. She opened with 2 huge pins, putting away Min Wen Hao of Chinese Taipei in just 33 seconds. She then stopped Japan's Kyoko Kudo with a fall in the second period. Elena then defeated China's Liu Huma Zi 1-0, 4-0. Then everybody waited on the edge of their seats as we went to the finals. It was there. Elena won the first period over Bulgaria's 2011 junior world champion Tabi Hussein 2-1, but she lost the second period 2-5. Now, relying on her speed, Peroskova spun behind Hussein for a third period takedown and the 1-0 win and her first senior world title.
You know, I came in here really focused. I think the whole tournament till the finals, I was really focused. I was just getting on the mat, really getting after. I was like, just being really aggressive, working with my hands, being offensive. I think it kind of let up a little bit in the finals. Maybe not as aggressive as I didn't stay in this tight position, but nevertheless, I did what I had to do. I scrapped, I fought, and I got it done.
Well, the USA wasn't done, not by a long shot. 121-pounder Helen Maroulis entered. She won her first 3 matches in style. She opened with wins over athletes from Belarus and Greece. And in the semifinals, Helen defeated veteran Canadian star Brittany Lavador 5-0, 4-2. Her finals match was against Japanese superstar Sayori Yoshida. The first period went to Yoshida 2-0. In the second period, while pushing the pace, Maroulis was taken to her back and was defeated by pin. Yoshida made international wrestling history, winning her 13th world or Olympic title, breaking the mark set by the great Alexander Karelin of Russia. Well, you'd think the U.S. would be done, but not so. A 4th world medal came for the U.S. from Alyssa Lampe at 112 pounds. Lampe opened with wins over opponents from Azerbaijan and Poland. In the semifinals, she was edged by China's Yanan Sun 1-2, 4-4, 2-2. Lampe came out aggressively in a bronze medal bout, defeating Eleanor Abdupova of Kazakhstan 2-1, 1-0. In total, the United States placed a strong 3rd in the team standings with 40 points. It was the first world trophy for Team USA since 2005. Well, folks, stay tuned. There's a lot more as we continue our look back at 2012. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Well, for those of you in attendance and those watching on television, clearly one of the highlights of 2012 is the amazing atmosphere at the U.S. Olympic Team trials at historic Carver Hawkeye Arena, held on the campus of the University of Iowa in the spring, April 21st and 22nd. 2 Olympic trials attendance records were set. The largest single-session crowd to see a wrestling trials watch Saturday night's finals. And for the weekend, a total of 54,766 bellied their way through the turnstiles. Both shattered previous records set in Dallas in 2000. Now, NBC showed the Olympic trials, so action video was not allowed, but we covered the spectacular through the wonderful images provided by America's best wrestling photographers. We also want to thank them for their great service throughout the year. In Greco-Roman, 2 past Olympians made the U.S. team with victories in the final series. 2002 world champion Dramil Byers made his second Olympic team at heavyweight. He defeated Steve Andrus in 2 straight bouts in the final series. The first match was 1-0, 1-0. The second went 2-0, 2-0.
No, I'm just on a mission, and I'm not letting any distractions, including my own, or me, get in the way. I just have to get this done.
Fellow 2008 Olympian Spencer Mango won the Greco-Roman berth at 121 pounds. He defeated Max Nowery handily in the final series. Mango scored a pin in the first match 1 minute 53 seconds in, and then shut Nowery out in the second, 1-0, 3-0.
Everybody's tough. We wrestle each other all the time. 55, such a tight-knit group. We've wrestled each other multiple times. We know what each other go-to moves are, so it's tough.
2-time Greco-Roman world bronze medalist Justin Lester made his first Olympic team at 145 pounds when he beat 2012 U.S. Open champion C.P. Schlater. He did it in 2 straight bouts. 2008 world champion Clarissa Chun became the first U.S. woman to make 2 Olympic wrestling teams with a victory at 105 pounds. She needed 3 matches in the final series to edge Alyssa Lampe for the berth. In the deciding third bout, it all went down to the third period, by the way, which Chun won 4-1.
Like in 08, I was the underdog, and coming through that mini tournament, you're on a momentum and a high. Like, yeah, I'm only 2 matches away from making an Olympic team, and same feeling as sitting out, but you don't get that momentum and high of winning each match, so I don't know.
2010 world silver medalist Elena Peroskova made her first Olympic team at 138 pounds when she defeated 2011 world bronze medalist Adeline Gray for the title in 2 straight matches.
I mean, this was the first step to, obviously, to medal or win the Olympics, because first you got to make the Olympic team. So, I got this out of the way. So I think I got a couple months here to train hard. And like I said, I could have wrestled better, and there's still a lot of things I have to work on. So I'm excited.
Well, in men's freestyle, 2011 world champion Jordan Burroughs captured the spot at 163 pounds. We all know the result there, but he defeated Andrew Howe in the final series. Burroughs won the first match in 3 periods, scoring a double-leg attack for the victory. Howe was injured in that bout and could not compete in the second match, giving Burroughs the team berth.
It's kind of anticlimactic, it's tough, so I didn't want it to end this way. I'm happy to be on the team. My main goal was to be on the team coming into this tournament, and I did that. So despite the odds and despite the way I got on the team, I made it on the team. So.
Now, 2009 world silver medalist Jake Herbert made the freestyle Olympic team at 185 pounds. Herbert needed just 3 matches to defeat 2010 world team member Travis Paulson. In the final match, Herbert opened with a 3-point move in the first period and finished 2 takedowns in the second to punch his ticket to London.
It hasn't really hit me yet. Being an Olympian is amazing, but I just can't wait to get back to my family and hang out with them tonight. It's been a big sacrifice. The ups and downs have been crazy this year. I've been hurt, I've been injured, I've been emotionally hurt and physically hurt, and to be able to come through and come back and dig deep and get this is huge.
2011 world bronze medalist Jake Varner was impressive at 211 pounds. He stopped 2007 World Team member Tommy Rowlands in 2 straight in the final series. Also making the U.S. Olympic team, 2009 world bronze medalist Travel Delegnev, who won the super heavyweight division in 2 straight over a longtime rival, 2010 world team member Les Sigmund. Now, the winners of the trials were presented to the sold-out crowd at the end of the 2 days. They signed autographs for hundreds of fans that were waiting. It was a great weekend for wrestling, raising the bar for all future Olympic trials. Well, folks, stay tuned. There's a lot more as we continue our look back at 2012. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Well, surely the highlight of the college wrestling season came at the NCAA Division I Championships in St. Louis. 112,000 fans filled the Scott Trade Center over 3 days of action. Penn State was crowned as national champs for the 2nd straight year, and Sanderson's Nittany Lions had 3 individual champs of their own and locked up the team title before the gold medal finals were held. Leading the way was senior Frank Molinaro at 149 pounds, who defeated Minnesota freshman Dylan Ness 4-1. In the finals. Molinaro was 2nd at the Nationals as a junior.
I put my heart and soul in this thing for 5 years, and I don't care how I got it. 6-5 win, 2nd round. Not my best match out there, but, I'm standing at the top of that podium 5 years later.
Well, there was another 2011 NCAA runner-up who turned silver to gold this year. It was David Taylor. He dominated the field at 165 pounds. Taylor hammered Brandon Hatchett of Lehigh with a 22-7 tech ball in the finals, and then Taylor pinned his first 4 opponents. How about that? Taylor received the Most Dominant Wrestler Award from the NCAA, the Gorarian Award from the Most Falls, and the Outstanding Wrestler Award for the tournament. And it was a few days later he was also given the Dan Hodge Trophy as the nation's best collegiate wrestler.
I want to be the best, and we contribute to a team title. And then we get locked up in the finals. It's just to go out for yourself. And, man, my motivation is just to go out and dominate someone.
Well, Penn State's 3rd champion was sophomore Ed Ruth at 174 pounds. He rolled to a 13-2 major over Nick Amuchastegui of Stanford.
You go out there, it's an unbelievable feeling, especially when you're out there in the mat, and you just had the title within your grasp. It's amazing.
Well, it wasn't all Penn State. No, sir. Cornell junior Kyle Day captured his 3rd NCAA title with a 4-1 win over Derek St. John of Iowa in the 157-pound finals. Dake became the first wrestler to win NCAA titles in 3 different weight classes.
I don't know, it was a tough match. He went hard just like any Iowa guy would. And he's a pretty good hand fighter. And I think that you got to give him credit for that.
Iowa junior Matt McDonough captured his 2nd national title at 125 pounds when he beat Nico Megaludis of Penn State in the finals by a 4-1 margin. Michigan senior Kellen Russell also captured his 2nd straight national title at 141 when he earned a dramatic 6-4 overtime win over Iowa's Montel Marion. Well, Penn State may have won the whole thing, but Jay Robinson's Gophers placed 2nd in the team standings, followed by Iowa Hawkeyes under Coach Tom Brands, and Rob Cole's Cornell Big Red took 4th. Well, folks, stay tuned. There's a lot more as we continue our look back at 2012. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are. Whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
For a third straight year, Beat the Streets New York held a big-time party as part of its annual gala. This June, the Russians came back for a freestyle duel against Team USA in historic Times Square. Added to the card was a special wrestle-off for the Olympic team berth in men's freestyle at 132 pounds, making it a major national sports event. In the dual meet, the U.S. got a boost at 132 pounds when NCAA champ Logan Stever went 3 periods to defeat Akhmed Chakayev. 2012 Olympian Jared Freyer won a 3-period battle over Kurban Liev at 145 pounds, including a big 5-point throw. World champion Jordan Burroughs kept the momentum going with a dominant win at 163 pounds, exciting the crowd with a victory over Kamal Malikov, racking up the points to win an 8-0, 5-0 victory. Well, it all came down to the super heavyweights. 2009 world bronze medalist Travel Delegnev was a big performer here. Scored a 25-second pin over Edward Bazarov. It was a huge scramble, by the way, and the host Americans earned a 4-3 team victory.
I was going to shoot to his ankles and kind of got in a weird scramble, kind of got in like a college-style Peterson, and luckily he turned the wrong direction, so I was able to turn the right way, take him to his back and pin him, so it felt good.
Well, a special event, of course, was the 132-pound U.S. Olympic team wrestle-off, featuring 3 great wrestlers, Sean Bunch, Reese Humphrey, and Coleman Scott. In a preliminary bout between Humphrey and Scott, which went to a final clinch, Scott won the first and third period for the victory. The win put Scott in a best-of-3 against 2009 World Team member Sean Bunch. The first match went to Scott in 3 periods. Bout 2 went to Bunch, who won the third period 1-0 on a push-out. In the third match, Scott claimed the Olympic berth in 2 periods. He won the first period from the clinch. In the second period, Scott took Bunch to his back, going out of bounds, and was ultimately awarded a 5-point throw, which automatically ended the bout. Scott was very excited, as you can guess, about the win.
It's been a long process. It is what it is. I knew I've made a lot of strides this year, and that was it, my strides, and I had to show it here, and I'm going to prove the world in August. I'm going to be ready to take another level.
Well, of course, there are many more big stories in 2012, but sadly, we've run out of time. Our next episode, the first of the new year, will start our 3rd year in production, and we look forward to sharing that with you. So on behalf of USA Wrestling, all of us here at our studios in Des Moines, Iowa, we wish to thank each and every one of you for watching. Have a joyous holiday season and a happy New Year. Good night.